Hi, this is Elisa Buffini. I'm the Director of Language Services with Catholic Charities of Louisville. In this video, we're going to look at connecting with a telephone or video interpreter. This is also known as OPI or VRI service. So as you can see, we've logged into the Boost Lingo system, and we're going to go up to the far right-hand corner to the open caller icon, which is shaped like a little telephone. When you click on that, you're going to get a menu that will drop down that will allow you to select the language that you need. Once you've made your language selection, you'll then select whether you would like to engage with the interpreter by video or audio connection. You'll notice there's some system defaults here. Your native language is already set to English. And if you need to pick a specific gender for an interpreter, you would choose that here. If it doesn't matter, just leave it alone. Many agencies require cost centers or grant codes for billing for interpreter services. If your group needs a grant code or a cost center set up, we can certainly do that for you. This is what I'm displaying for you here now. For the purposes of training, I'm using our 4-digit training code as an example. You'll then click Begin Call. Now, this particular connection happened fairly quickly. I'm searching for an Arabic interpreter by video. Depending on the language that you're looking for, this process could take just a little longer. And now you can see interpreter Imad has joined the call. As you can see now, I'm having a conversation with Imad. And this is a pretty important part of the interaction you have with a video interpreter. You want to give them a little bit of a setup of why you're calling. They're stepping into this conversation out of the blue, so you want to give them a little bit of background as to what the situation is and what you're needing their help with. So there's a few things to take note of when you're connecting with your interpreter. First of all, you want to make sure that they are answering the call in a private, secure environment. It looks like Imad is here in a secured area in his home where he's taking phone calls. He has a blank background behind him. He's also professionally dressed. He has a pleasant demeanor. And when we first engaged in the phone call, you couldn't hear this in his voice, obviously, because the voice was not present, but he gave his name, he gave the language that he speaks, and he gave his interpreter ID. Once your call is ended, you'll have the opportunity to rate your experience. The first star rating system has to do with the performance of the interpreter, and the second has to do with the quality of the call. This helps us to monitor the interpreter's performance and the quality of the connections that we have. It only takes a couple seconds. Once you've entered your call rating, everything is complete. So we've just reviewed the steps for how to connect with a telephone or video interpreter when your client or patient is in the same room with you. Our systems have recently been enhanced to allow for telephone and video conferencing. This means that you can conduct virtual meetings with your clients or patients. So the next few slides we're going to look at will show you how to do that. So as you can see, we're taking the same steps that we took before to connect with our interpreter. So once again, the system is searching for the language pair you've requested. It can take a little bit of time sometimes, depending upon the extra criteria you've added or the rarity of the language. In the previous demonstration, I forgot to mention the chat feature. If you notice the timer in the middle of the screen, right next to it, there's a little chat bubble that enables you to send a direct comment to the interpreter. And so now to invite another party to your call, you'll click the small plus sign in the top right corner of the interpreter box. Clicking the plus sign will allow you to add another participant either by telephone, just by entering the phone number, or clicking the button that says Create Link. This is the option that we recommend using so that you can use this with your email or with sending a text message. It depends on the person who's going to be connecting on the other end. What device are they using? Now in this demonstration, I've just sent an invitation by email to my boss, Darko, to join the call. So my boss received his email invitation and is now joining the call. It takes just a couple of moments here for him to get connected. Once we're all connected, you'll notice as we converse, the camera angle switches to the speaker. This is the same as it would with any other video conferencing software like Zoom or GoToMeeting. One of the primary differences with our software is that you can use this for medical settings because this is HIPAA compliant. Once you've completed your call, again you'll hit the End Call button and go through the same steps as you did before, taking just a couple of seconds to give a rating based on the interpreter performance and the quality of the connection. Now, in all of the slides that we've seen so far, we've been connecting to interpreters through our laptop computer or our desktop computer. In the next couple of slides, we're going to see what that looks like connecting from your mobile device. The process is exactly the same. Engaging with an interpreter from your mobile device allows you the flexibility to be able to do home visits or visit clients in the field, or even installing this software on a tablet that is used in an office, maybe for the use of a provider or any other office staff as a backup for when a face-to-face interpreter isn't available. Signing in on the mobile device is just like signing in from the desktop. Simply enter your email address and your password. In addition to the convenience of enhanced mobility, we can also offer a whole lot more languages than we ever could before by using VRI and OPI. In this call, we're able to connect with an ASL interpreter. American Sign Language is one that we've never had in the past. So here you can see we've connected with Sherry, who is one of the available ASL interpreters. I'm explaining to Sherry that I've just shared a link with my coworker, and she's going to be joining the call. In this instance, the link that I shared, I did using the share link feature, but I sent it to my coworker using the text message feature on my cell phone. Thanks so much for taking the time to learn about our remote services. If you have any questions at all, please call our staff at 502-637-9786. We're here Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 4:30 p.m. There's more training videos at languagecclou.org.